Have you ever watched manga dubs on YouTube? Since last year, videos in the form of the dubbing manga have been popular on YouTube, and the number of channels has been gradually increasing. I will introduce these manga dubs videos that you should watch with each different theme on this channel. This time is Top 10 RomCom Manga Dub. Let's get started. This video is one of the most famous RomCom manga on YouTube because it gets around 2 million views since the upload. What a huge number. Our protagonist, Asato, finds himself being confessed to by Saki, the most popular girl at school. Asato has always looked down on Saki, suspecting her of enticing other boys. However, everything changes when Saki saves Asato from an accident, revealing her true feelings to him. Saki, with her good looks and intelligence, is the apple of many boys' eyes. Asato, however, believes her popularity is all a calculated act. But the truth is, Saki genuinely likes Asato, and her interactions with other boys were merely friendly. As Asato learns more about Saki's past and her true self, he begins to trust her. Ultimately, they confess their feelings to each other and start dating. This video highlights the importance of looking beyond mere appearances and popularity and understanding the true feelings and inner self of a person. It also weaves elements of past events and family situations into the narrative. The relationship between Asato and Saki gradually evolves, and the message conveyed is that by accepting each other, they find happiness. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into their story. It's the story of high school student Yudo Tanaka. Yudo Tanaka is the legend of the channel. His life takes an unexpected turn when he crosses paths with MIKA Akasaka and Yuzuki Najima, infamous delinquents known respectively as the Demon Princess of West Middle School and the Storm Princess of East Middle School. For some reason, they all end up in the same class. Yudo possesses the unique ability to stop their fights and resolve conflicts within the class. From that point on, he finds himself being asked out on dates by both girls. Yudo reveals that he was once a delinquent himself, but now he's just an ordinary student. However, Mika and Yuzuki become intrigued by him and start to involve themselves in his life. Both girls are drawn to Yuto and attempt to make him their boyfriend. Unable to choose between them, Yudo ends up dating both of them. From then on, Yudo and his girlfriend stop fighting at school and start living peacefully. However, this doesn't sit well with the other male students, who become jealous and start to view Yuto as an enemy. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this intriguing love triangle and the challenges Yuto faces in his unusual romantic situation. Our main character, Shinichi, finds himself being proposed to by the strongest female delinquent leader, Ruiko Shinobe. The story begins when Shinichi is taken aback by Ruiko's marriage proposal. Despite his initial confusion, he finds himself accepting the proposal due to threats from Ruiko's younger sister. As Shinichi interacts with Ruiko, he begins to see her true side and finds himself drawn to her. They start dating, but their relationship is put to the test when they're attacked by a female delinquent group associated with Ruiko. Shinichi steps up to protect Ruiko, emerging victorious from the confrontation. This event sparks a change in Shinichi, who decides to deepen his relationship with Ruiko out of gratitude. Inspired by Ruiko's home cooking, he develops feelings for her, and they begin a relationship with marriage in mind. While some details have been omitted for brevity, this story captures the development and growth of Shinichi and Ruiko's relationship. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into their unconventional love story and the challenges they face together. A man who must marry his despised boss to save his family's traditional Japanese sweet shop. Our protagonist was raised by his aunt and uncle after the tragic loss of his parents in an accident. To repay their kindness, he agrees to marry his boss, who is also his fiancée, in order to save his family's business. Even after their marriage, they must keep their relationship a secret at work due to the company's policy against office romances. Only a select few in the HR department are privy to their marital status. As they gradually adjust to married life, they support each other through their shared journey. In the end, they decide to continue their marriage for a year as a trial period. They slowly open their hearts to each other, hoping to spend happy times together. Riku Hayashi is an introverted senior at Renwa High School who is engaged to the formidable gang leader Naomi Yamamoto. The story is set in the small town of Koiwa, which is ruled by a female gang led by the fearsome Naomi. She's a cool, strong, and serious leader who has expanded her gang by recruiting potential members. However, there's another side to her. She's a cheeky and spoiled girl who craves my attention. They're engaged and plan to marry after graduation. They live together as he has to keep a protective eye on her. She keeps her gang leadership a secret for her safety. However, when she gets injured, the worst fears come true, and he starts training himself to protect her. They stand together against enemies and support her gang. Eventually, they reveal the relationship to the gang members, allowing them to freely enjoy our love. The main character of the video, Yuto Tanaka, is an ordinary high school student who finds himself kidnapped by the wealthiest and most popular girl in school, Mikiro Hanasaki, after he rejects her confession of love. Mikiro, known for her self-centered and spoiled nature, has turned down confessions from numerous boys. However, she takes a particular interest in Yuto and hatches a plan to make him fall for her. Initially, Yuto resists Mikiro's advances, but as he experiences her sincerity and kindness, he gradually finds himself drawn to her. Through mutual understanding and honesty, they build a relationship. By the end of the story, Yuto and Mikiro start dating and begin to spend happy times together. This story explores the differences between wealthy and poor households, the transformation of a self-centered personality, and the essence of true love. Yuto Tanaka is again. Our protagonist, Yuto Tanaka, is a high school student struggling with his future path. He's torn between choosing a university that suits him or aiming for an elite institution that seems just out of reach. In his haste to avoid a lecture from his strict yet beautiful class leader, Miss Takanoya, he forgets to submit his career survey form. Miss Takanoya insists on receiving it, but to his horror, Tanaka realizes he's accidentally left a marriage registration form on his desk. In the following days, Miss Takanoya calls him in to discuss the marriage form. Uncertain whether Tanaka is serious or just playing a prank, they decide to talk it out. Eventually, they acknowledge their feelings for each other, and Miss Takanoya begins giving him extra lessons to support his studies. As they spend more time together, they find themselves drawn to each other, but they can't date until he graduates. After graduation, they get married and build a happy home together. Akira Iketani is a 25-year-old man who has been popular with women since his university days. Surrounded by women and constantly approached for photos, Akira has developed an aversion to women. Although his situation improved slightly after he started working, he is still pursued daily by confident women. His parents are also pressuring him to get married, adding to his woes. One day, a rumor spreads that Akira is looking for a marriage partner, leading to an increase in the number of women approaching him. Akira, who prefers to take his time getting to know someone, is uncomfortable with the aggressive advances. He confesses to his friend Emi that he's not the type to enjoy being pursued. In a bid to deter the women, Akira asks Emi to pretend to be his girlfriend. He believes that if he posts a photo of them together on social media, the women will think he's taken and give up. Emi agrees to his plan on the condition that he lets her pull the new gacha until she gets what she wants. After Akira posts a photo of Emi dressed as a woman on social media, the number of women approaching him significantly decreases. Emi's astonishing beauty causes many women to give up. However, one day, Akira discovers that Emi is actually a woman. Shocked, he begins to question his feelings. A week later, he decides to confess his feelings to Emi, who reciprocates his feelings. Shuya, who has long harbored feelings for Yoshino, decides to confess his love. However, Yoshino has a reputation for rejecting all confessions, leaving Shuya in doubt. One day, Shuya confides his troubles to Hirona, a classmate and co-worker. He shares his confusion about Yoshino's sudden coldness towards him, despite their close friendship in the past. Hirona suggests that Yoshino might be upset because Shuya looked at her chest, but Shuya insists there must be another reason. Through their conversation, Hirona advises Shuya to talk to Yoshino to mend their relationship. The next morning, Shuya wakes up to find himself restrained. Standing before him is Yoshino, who claims she has restrained him as punishment. She's upset that Shuya was happily talking to another woman and insists that even thinking of someone else is cheating. Shuya argues that he should have control over his own heart and asks Yoshino to release him. However, Yoshino demands that he sign a marriage certificate and threatens to cut him up if he refuses. Shuya insists that he cannot belong to anyone else. When Shuya asks Yoshino what kind of person she thinks he is, she reveals that she has been secretly collecting his clothes and watching over him to express her love. Despite feeling that Yoshino's love is too possessive, Shuya decides to accept her feelings. Later, through his conversation with Hirona, Shuya realizes that he can reconcile Yoshino's and Hirona's views. He expresses that while he doesn't want to be controlled, he doesn't want to be indifferent either. In the end, both women force Shuya to make a choice, and he must decide who to choose. Hope you have found some videos that you want to watch. The work introduced this time is summarized in the description section, so please take a look at the URL. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. See you again.